This, as you'll probably see by the badge, is our gorgeous M3 saloon. And what a car, what a colour. We've got 20-inch wheels, we've got a competition pack, we've got everything M Sport can throw at us on this car. And you'll find out even more M gadgets when we step inside.
Boy, it's a whopping car, it's massive. It's a beautiful blue colour this, I love this colour. And it complements this interior perfectly. But what goes against the grain with me is, I normally like me M4s, let's say, your coupe sort, your 3-doors. And I always used to say, well, make it into a 5-door and you lose your looks on the outside and the styling. It hasn't happened with this one. With this one, the M3, BMW's got this bang on right. It still looks hard and aggressive on the outside. It's lost no touches in any way by being a 5-door. So it's so much more practical, let's say, but with exactly the same thrills. What we find in here in the cabin is a beautiful darker carbon fibre to what the convertible has, and the gear shift is a fraction, I'd say, smaller on this one. We've got as M Sport lavish touches of the M badges on the steering wheel, on the shift. We've got plenty of toggle switches to play with, just like in most BMWs now. A lovely crisp clear display, which I really like. And your speedo and such are different in this one. They're on like a matte grey with white logos, and I still think this will be a very clear, crisp display and it'll look brilliant at night. You've got the M logo, which is displayed as it's all lit up. And what I really like about BMW, what they really started a damn good trend, and of course you get it in this M3 heads-up display. I love the idea of that. Like a fighter pilot thing when you've got your heads-up display. And boy, this car can shift. Again, we're going to be limited to, let's say, about 155 mile an hour with this, but we know it can do much more. Purely because the car that I'm sat in, a standard one, has a brake horsepower of 431, but this one has the competition pack, which means so much more. By having the competition pack, your brake horsepower will now be 450, but that's not just the end. You get more goodies. You get ceramic brakes. It's got carbon fibre roof, carbon fibre spoiler. Everything you see on the outside, your rear and front diffuser, all carbon fibre. Big, massive wheels. I think on this one they're going up to at least size 20 in this, and they are gorgeous wheels. Complement the car perfectly. The lovely mirrors are sculptured to channel air perfectly across the car. And as the front, with the aggressive look, it's not just about a look. The vents at the front channel air through, and it all works because it is such a hardcore, aggressive car. Your flappy panel for shifting up and down, I think this will work very precisely and well. It's thin stalks and very neat, not as chunky as the one in the convertible, so I think this will be much more, and I don't think you'll get a lot of joltly changes with this. But your usual setout is much the same as your usual BMWs. But it's the appeal that it's because it's a saloon, and you've got all this space in the back. You've got the extra doors, like I say, but it hasn't lost the look, and that's my argument. I'm not usually one for a saloon in this sort of bag. Give me a coupe version any day. But I think this has got it going on in that special way. It really has. Your seats, as always with any M cars, beautiful, comfortable seats, really supportive, really hugging. And this cream leather interior, it's a sort of cream, like an ivory colour, but it really serves the car well. It's not too gloomy. It really pulls it in all nicely. We have lovely stitching on the arms, which are in a dark black leather, and then it goes as a contrast to the cream. But what I really like, and it is attention to detail and little touches, the interior stitching of the steering wheel, we have the red and blue to go with the M Sport logo. And we're just talking a monster of a car, this. It's a beautiful car. It's a very imposing car on the road. So it's my one for the day, I think this. I've sort of fallen in love with this car. And I couldn't get bored of a car like this at all. We've got tons of settings and toys to play with. Like I said, we've been an M Sport. We can change, obviously, probably your differential and everything with your suspension. Because like I say, you can bang it on a track. Obviously, traction control you can turn off, but you can in a lot of cars nowadays. You've got what I would find lots of settings for your shift. I think you can make it more harder and aggressive. Like I say, with the competition pack, there's so much more to this car that you'll be able to probably do. If I'll just pop into the menu, have a pop at settings, and I don't think I can actually find anything to change. Oh, I could probably change something with the heads-up display. You've got your brightness and your rotation and lots of things like that. So that even just for the heads-up display, there's lots of toys. There probably will be some sports settings somewhere in here, but as we know with some BMWs, you've got a menu and a sub-menu, and some of them sometimes are usually, let's say, hard to find. But once you've got it set to whatever you want, I don't think there'll be many issues. Well, we've even got a speed setting. Now that's interesting. Speed. We've got a warning at 4 miles an hour. Oh, that's right, select current speed. Yeah. Not quite sure about that one. I thought I could just bang it up to maximum. That's what I thought. Because we do know the limit these cars to BMW, and they're not the only company that limit the top speed. We do know we could get so much more out of a vehicle like this. Not really sure where the settings will be for, let's say, changing specs on the car, but I'm sure they'll be there. Menus and things like this are always things to always play with, but I really find once you set what you've set, that's the thing. I think your main switches are here basically for setting the suspension and stuff like that, and your steering. Gone are the days where you used to have like an M Sport button, and when you pressed it, it just did everything. Now you can choose what you're going to do, and that's the beauty of this car. You could probably tootle around in this car as a normal saloon, and then just when you take the fancy, boom, give it the beans, and then you'll know you're in an M3. So yes, this is my main contender, the M3 with the competition pack, and it's what a car. It's got everything the coupe has, I'll say. It's got everything the M4's got, but more practicality for exactly the same thrills, I'd say. So I wonder who will agree with me on that or disagree. But I've gone against the grain. My normal three-door coupes have just gone out of the window at the moment after being presented with this car. So that's my M3 for today.